Okay, where have we got to? Well, been adding a new animation in. Let's run it and we can see what we've got. We've got this super duper little helicopter animating across our screen, and whilst he's doing that, the little fella can still run and jump and change direction and run back the other way, and the die animation will work. When the helicopter gets to the other side, it flips around nicely and smoothly traverses the screen the other way. Isn't that cool? And I've got a few other ones, helicopters like that. So what did that entail? Well, it entailed coming into, this is the main file in Aperture 8, setting an enemy type, because obviously eventually there'll be more than one enemy. Get the set the folder path so as the program can count how many files are in the folder. Get ready to load those animation frames. Sprite position, so we know where the sprite, the size of the sprite. This here is supposed to make things look clear, but I'm not 100% sure it makes any difference. Anyhow, that's by the by. Static flip mode, so set the flip mode to flip horizontal because the helicopter actually faces the wrong way to start with. So it's facing to the left, and obviously I'm starting at the left, so we have to flip it to start with. Set the velocity to it. Uploads the position, so we know how to get the position, where we're starting from. A little bit of debugging there. I haven't taken that out yet. Give it set the velocity to minus. So basically what this does is if it's at the width of the screen, so if it's on this side of the screen, the right side of the screen, it flips around and then it has a minus velocity, so it comes back towards the left side of the screen, and obviously we have to flip it to none because it's then facing the right direction on its travels back from the right hand side of the screen. And then obviously this just reverses that. If it's back to the position of 0 on the screen on the left hand side, the velocity is set back to +5 or to 5, and we flip it back the other way. This then just updates the position of the helicopter as it goes across the screen. This sets the rotation for the flip, the enemy flip, because I've rechanged it. I don't just call it flipping this one because I was having conflicts when the helicopter flipped, the little green man flipped as well, so that wasn't good, so I did sort that out. That's pretty much it in there. Nothing's changed in player. Enemies, pretty much the same as what it was. Got velocity set in there now, which we didn't have in the other one. Then we have enemy animation. I've got 2 animation files now. The reason being is I figured that it would be easier because eventually I want the helicopter to be able to drop little bombs. So I just thought it would be easier to keep it all in. And obviously if there's any other enemy animations, I just thought it would be easier to keep it all in one file rather than trying to get it to do it in the player where I'm animating the player going across the screen. So that's why I've set a separate file. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the player file. There's not a lot of difference in how I'm animating it there. Scene has changed a little tiny bit. No, and the scene scene stays exactly the same. Nothing's changed in scene at all. Scene didn't change at all, and that's pretty much it. And I'm rather pleased with it. I'm rather chuffed with myself. I'm rather chuffed that I'm managing to learn to do this stuff. To the little helicopter. Like I say, there's about 6 different colours of it in different liveries. I suppose I could probably have a couple of helicopters flying around. I don't know. There's also a landed helicopter, so I'm wondering. This is thinking a long way in the future when I actually start to put some gameplay into it. That the helicopter could sort of be landed somewhere, and then the player triggers the helicopter and off it goes and starts bombing the hell out of the poor little chap. Anyhow, I've had a whale of a time doing this again. It's addictive. every time I sit down, I think, I'll just start this, I'll start that, and do something else, and before I know where I am, I'm looking and think, oh God, it's tea time. I've spent all day messing about with it. But anyhow, thanks for watching if you did.